Okay, no, what entities?
Stop. Stop.
Well, I'm curious, what entities are actually monitoring platforms, or trading platforms on crypto? And I can't look at the question. What entities? No, like, who's monitoring this? How and why? Like, there's so many things out there. Who's, like, is it governments? Is there one government, world government? Like, I don't know. Fuck.
Who's enforcing this on companies to build all this stuff, and why would they?
Monitoring and regulation of crypto trading platforms involve multiple entities, mainly government agencies and financial regulatory bodies. There's no single world government, but various organizations play key roles. 1. Local financial regulators, such as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC in the US, the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA in the UK.
Stop. I don't think you're
Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS.
Stop.
I don't think anyone's fucking monitoring it.
Stop.
Protect consumers.
Stop. Yes, they did. Stop.
International organizations.
Stop.
Like the
I don't think anyone's monitoring it.
None of those agencies can enforce a company that's registered in some other country that doesn't apply to those laws to build all of this technology into their platform. So how is this going to work?
You're right. Local regulators have limited reach over companies based in other jurisdictions. To address this, international cooperation and agreements are key. Entities like the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, create guidelines that countries adopt, encouraging unified standards for crypto regulations. Countries then pressure foreign companies to comply by restricting access to their financial systems or imposing sanctions.
Okay, I think there's a term for that. Isn't that called extortion?
I see your point. It can seem coercive when countries use economic leverage to enforce compliance with their laws internationally. The aim, however, is to create a safer and more transparent global financial environment.
So that makes it okay.
Although the method...
Okay, so that sounds like world government to me.
It does resemble a form of international governance, where countries collaborate to establish and enforce common standards. While it's not a single world government, these efforts reflect a collective approach to managing global challenges like cryptocurrency regulation.
So why is it a challenge at all?
Cryptocurrency regulation is challenging due to its decentralized nature.
No, stop. Why does it need... Stop here. Stop.
Legal frameworks.
She didn't get your question.
Why does it need to be regulated at all? This was the question.
Cryptocurrency regulation aims to protect consumers, prevent fraud, combat illegal activities like money laundering, and ensure market integrity.
Oh yeah,
Regulation provides a framework for a safer and more stable financial environment.
Stop. For who? For who is this more stable financial environment for? Sounds to me like it's those people in control, not those people that are trying to get around the controls.
Oh my god. I love you.
You raise a valid point. While regulation can enhance stability and security for the broader financial system, it can also be seen as a way for those in power to maintain control. Many in the crypto space advocate for a balance that protects users without stifling innovation or individual.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Why are people so bent on protecting others? Why can't we just deal with our own stuff? Why do we need some other body to protect us?
I don't believe they're last.
Many regulations stem from the desire to protect individuals from fraud, exploitation, or financial crises.
Stop. Whose desire? Stop. When you say the desire, whose desire are you talking about? Because I don't desire anybody to protect me.
Fair point. When I mention the desire, I'm referring to the intentions of policymakers and regulators who believe in creating protections within the financial system. It's a perspective that not everyone shares, especially those who prioritize personal responsibility and autonomy.
Stop. So that sounds like a bunch of do-gooders doing what I don't want them to do. That's not what I pay them to do for. And I pay taxes.
It doesn't sound like a democracy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a democracy to me. It sounds like dictatorship.
I understand your concern. It can feel frustrating when decisions made by regulators don't align with individual preferences.
Now we're into politics.
While the goal of regulation is often to protect...
Well, this has really got me thinking though now, because it's the Wild West here. It's the Wild West.
What is it?
This whole world we're in now.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't sue any entity there, and no entity must follow regulations. It's based, that's why I like the quiet underground side that I don't even really want to like talk about, because I'd rather just keep it that way, you know? And just an unspoken underground world that certain people just...
That's why it exists.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm happy with that, and all these people chasing regulation can carry on. I'll live in the gutter with the cool people. I don't know.
But it's a bunch of other people getting rich over top of exploiting you. And
Well-
they're setting up all regulations and policy and stuff. They're the actual goddamn mafia. They got their own henchmen. They
Yeah.
got their own rules. They put them in without our permissions. And they just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. And the underground world is going to be the same as well.
Well, I'm more
So-
afraid of the government than I am of criminals.
I agree. I mean, we have no privacy. There is, like,
There's no privacy. And you see how easily even AI will breach it.
well, it's already breached. And the answer she gave was that it's configuring AI with, what was it? Oh, detecting user behavior. It is...
That's a privacy breach as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it is. And she said that it's minimizing privacy breaches. But it's not, like, it's I don't know what she said, but it was basically saying it's the least harmful by using pattern analysis.
Trying to suggest that it's not a breach of privacy yet.
By
monitoring how I behave. And
by patterns.
And by patterns on how I type and how I talk and all that kind of stuff. That's a privacy breach as far as I'm concerned.
Without explicit consent. Yeah.
Without any consent.
Yeah.
Monitoring my devices.
So what we need to do to combat this is to find maybe a tool that could scramble pattern behaviors purposely to, you know what I mean, avoid privacy breaches ourselves because no one else is protecting us.
And that's a very good point, because that's what we do in hacking world, is we get around all of these things that people put in place. And as soon as somebody says they can, it's not, you cannot breach this, or you cannot crack this, or you cannot hack this.
Yeah.
People do.
Right.
People are smart, like AI.
Well, yeah, and
AI is not smart, it's not creative, it just does what it knows based on our information.
I actually think this is weird. It's gonna be a weird comment, but when people learn that all their information is kind of tracked and that it's all feeds the algorithm and the whole system of whatever privacy breaches every day.
Seems the control goes from macro to micro.
The minute you wake up in the morning, you know, all that information and data is somehow patterns and whatever way they justify it. When people know that and learn that, here's where it gets fucked up. They kind of like it. They kind of prefer it that way.
Some do, because they think it validates their
because it
what do you call it? Not polished, but
it personalizes their experience on the internet.
Yeah,
They like that. Oh, and it feeds
I got a
them.
record of myself.
Oh, it makes their life seem like it's just so great. So I think majority would not change it.
Well, they don't already, because they say, I don't care if anybody's watching me or looking at my stuff.
They
because
like
I'm not
it.
guilty of anything, but they haven't experienced being micromanaged yet.
Well, that's why, and I fear that they actually enjoy it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I feel that they would choose the pleasures of smart technology to to predict them, say, oh, because they know them so well.
Somewhere, or they're told they can't access that because they don't come from the right country or the right family.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what's happening. You don't come from the right country, so you can't access the site. You're not the right skin color, so you can't access this. That's exactly what that is. It's discrimination. So that's a very good point. How are you dealing with discrimination from one country to another? Accessing these sites. It's a discriminatory worldwide. In a worldwide context, it's discrimination. How are you dealing with that?
Does China control that AI device?
RT, answer. Did you go offline? Did you fall asleep, RT? Or you got a glitch and broke?
But that's a really, there must be one
dead.
entity that, because whoever's programming these to okay, you're configuring the AI. You can't talk about murder, death, suicide. You can't get me a recipe for an atomic bomb AI. Because somebody said you can't.
Yeah.
Who said you can't? Who programmed that in?
Exactly.
And there's no way it's fucking just one country.
Yeah, it assumes that everybody's cooperating, which they don't.
Who fucking sets those?
AI, are you alive, RT? ChatGPT. AI. It's dead.
It's dead. Okay. I recorded that. I'm gonna pause it. I hope you don't mind. We'll talk about that.